Hey guys, welcome back to EmpireCV.tv. This is like episode 9 or 10, something right around there. Today we've got HaiNaNu Saulque. We talked about him last week with the Mega Man tribute book. Here to give us a little insight into the book, into the process of getting in the book, and pretty much just give us your input on all these books.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you are an avid comic reader, geek, the whole deal, video games.
I cut back on the video games, but
That's because you never complete them.
Yeah, that's true.
You get about 90% of the way through and then you're done.
Yeah, that's a secret.
That's the secret. And it doesn't waste your time. This is the page that HaiNaNu worked on.
Yeah, I actually shared credit with my buddy Mike Henry. He actually did a majority of the work on this, but we worked. It was a collaborative process for both of us, and it came out really great. And I kind of so I don't know.
It says here that you're from Sacramento, Ohio.
Is there even a Sacramento in Ohio?
You know, there is a Sacramento somewhere else. I don't know if that's it.
Yeah.
But I noticed talking to somebody else who was in here, they misplaced tons of people.
Yeah, I have another friend in there who's like from Packland, California, instead of Oakland, California.
So what did you have to do to get?
So actually, they put out a open art contest for everybody on DeviantArt, which is usually where they kind of put everything out, and then all the artists kind of put together. They have a different criteria, and then what characters you can use and what you can, but there's a bunch of rules and regulations for getting in. But then you do your piece, you send it in, and then basically they go through a process of picking all the pieces out that they think should be worthy of the book.
Yeah, and the book has a little bit of everything in here. I noticed that it looks like you got in with the it says age 10. What he's doing is he's signing them. He also didn't know it, but he agreed to do sketches for people who purchase these. When I volunteered for him, there's actually a few more to do. I think we only have one book left, so if you guys are interested, last one. So let's see what we got here. I just picked a random smattering of things.
Yeah.
And we're just going to see what you think about it. We'll start with this. This is an old school book. It's got a huge underground following. Too Much Coffee Man. This is like the omnibus for it.
I never heard of that. What is it?
Does it look like it's up your style?
Yeah.
Looks like a...
I don't know what it is.
It's cartoony. It's fun. I pretty much live my life by this. And the omnibus is coming out tomorrow. And obviously HaiNaNu has not read it.
Yeah, I've not read it at all.
All right, well, let's go with this one. I know everybody reads that.
Yes, big fan of Green Lantern.
Who's your favorite character?
Who's my favorite character?
Out of the whole Green Lantern mythos.
Kilowog.
Well, of course. What did you think about what they did with him in the movie?
I thought he was done well. I guess I felt like he should have been training more. So, he didn't do a lot of training.
What did you think about the voice actor?
Voice actor was cool. I think that's the guy from Green Mile, right?
Yeah, he's like the only one that could have.
Yeah, I think he's great.
What did you think about the movie in general?
I didn't like the movie at all. Me and you went.
I love the Green Lantern book.
Yeah,
though.
the book is amazing.
Book.
It's just that it didn't live up to, it wasn't translated well into a movie.
Unfortunately, it had a lot of potential. I think they dropped the ball on a lot of things, but that's okay because right afterwards we got Cap.
My main concern was that I thought Geoff Johns was working with the movie kind of thing. I thought that was a big thing.
His name wasn't on it.
Yeah, and then they didn't even take any idea. He spent so much time making Green Lantern amazing. This whole book in general is amazing. And then they didn't translate any of his ideas, basically what he put into the book, and then put it into the movie. They kind of just screwed up everything he worked on.
Yeah, because the Green Lantern has, it's had its peaks, its ups and downs, but it's never been consistently as good as he has made it, or definitely as consistently popular among everyone. Yeah. One of the big complaints that people had from a couple people is that Geoff Johns was just pimping that movie and telling everybody it was fantastic and it was gonna be the benchmark for all movies.
It's part of his contract.
Unfortunately now he's the big guy.
Well, because even I think he posted a picture of him on set where he was taking a picture next to the jet.
Is that when they were escorting him out? He was trying to tell him.
He's all, this is what you need to do. Here's my books. And they're like, get him out of here.
Yeah, get this guy out of here. We know better. So, overall, the book itself is amazing.
Yeah, the book itself is brilliant, and then I imagine if you wanted to start it, you start with Rebirth and just go on from that point on because it is amazing. From that's when he started, is on Rebirth.
Yes, he started there. My favorite characters. Thank you for asking, by the way.
My bad.
Yeah. I love the anthropomorphic animals.
What, you like Chip?
Chip, and that was we got really gypped when some stupid rider ran him over with a yellow dump truck. Yeah. That was absolutely.
But we did get in the.
But we got and they killed him.
Not in the movie.
No. But in the comic, they killed him too.
Oh yeah.
We got Dexstar, but
he's a red Lantern.
He's the cutest little thing, but he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he doesn't talk.
But the origin story, if you guys haven't read it, it's like an 8-pager in the back. His origin, because he's a cat from Earth, was fantastic.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's one of those things where they take an animal that we really shouldn't feel the same way we do for a human, but after reading that, it was just a really fun.
Yeah, it was a really great reading. It totally made sense after you.
It did. It absolutely did.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think this was a choice, or one of the ones you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. That was one of my favorites. I've been reading that for a long time.
This is number 1.
Oh.
It's just coming out. I picked it because Moonstone does a really good job on the kind of horror classic feel stuff. You'll see some Kolchaks come out from them. They've got the Phantom. This is an original property from them, and it starts in 1918 Poland, and we get introduced to magic. There's a golem that's being summoned. Jumps to 1940 Poland, and you've got Nazis and magic and war, golems, beautiful women, the whole deal.
Was he like fighting Nazis?
Actually, he rips Nazis' heads off.
Really?
Yes. He completely decimates them. And look at this. There's a Nazi with a mechanical hook.
Look at this. One more Nazi they had in this than the whole cat movie.
Yes, there are, as a matter of fact. No, yeah, I was thinking about it. I think I talked about it on here too. One of the things, before I go on real quick because you got me sidetracked. If you're into horror, this is a really good one. It looks like it has a classic monster feel to it, almost a Bernie Wrightson type feel to it. So that's why I chose this one.
The art looked like it was really good in that too.
I finally realized why they took the Nazis out of cap.
Why?
And it hit me. I like to go for ice cream sometimes, as you can tell. I went to Baskin Robbins. Hold on. Okay, so I like to go for ice cream sometimes. I went to Baskin Robbins, and they had a Captain America shake. Next to it, they had a Hydra shake. What are the chances of selling Nazis to children? It's just not going to happen. So the
I want the Nazi shake.
So I think.
What do you think it would be like? Would it be like?
I don't know. It'd probably be pretty bitter.
Like I think it would be like some kind of brownie cherry thing, and it'd be like a Nazi.
It might. It might be. I have no idea what it would. I didn't think it that through. I was gonna go too far. Okay, so let me hold on. Oh Lord. All right, hold on.
I can't believe you went. Did you get the Captain America shake?
Of course I did.
How was it?
It was good.
Tastes like America.
It was American. It was all red, white, and blue. It was awesome.
So this is what America tastes like.
Yeah, I'm trying to support the industry. See?
All right. Like a little like red, white, and blue little sprinkles.
Yeah, it's sprinkles, and it was layered. Wow. It was really cool. It was good.
It does sound like it tastes like America.
It does taste like America. It was multi-layered.
All right, what do we got next?
Okay, what we got next? This one. Another one, speaking of all the movies, because, obviously Conan.
Does it come out this Friday?
Comics have been out, or big in movies right now. Conan's coming out, and is it this Friday already?
I don't know if it's this Friday or next. It's coming up really soon.
So, for those of you who don't know much about Conan, Robert E. Howard created one of the greatest fantasy characters of all time. Really built him up through a bunch of those old short story pulp novels. He's been prolific in comic books since the 70s with the magazines and into the comics. Marvel did it for a long time. Dark Horse has it now. And we've got, of course, we had the classic 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, which is one of my favorites. It's amazing. Yeah. See, everyone gives it crap because it's Arnold.
Yeah, I love it because it's Arnold.
It just makes it so much better.
See, the first movie in general was like the best thing ever. As a kid, I thought it was like the best thing ever.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, you had, what was it? Who directed it? De Laurentiis?
I'm not quite sure.
You had, what's his name? James Earl Jones as Thulsa Doom. The soundtrack was just one of the most phenomenal things ever. So, typical of Hollywood, you have a movie that's perfect the way it is, and that really sums up the character and does a great job of delivering, and they've decided to go ahead and remake it and ruin it. So
I think it's debated. We should wait until we see it.
So you're gonna go see it?
Of course, I'm the hugest swords and sandals guy ever. So I'm gonna go see it.
The guy who playing him, Ronan from Stargate.
I don't know anything about that.
See,
I know him from.
Oh, you know him from Game of Thrones. Don't say anything.
He was pretty amazing in that.
He already ruined episodes of Game of Thrones.
Well, I thought you saw it. I think there's like a statute of limitations based on not watching the stuff and when it comes out.
You know what? When you pay rent for the store, then you can talk about whatever you
come
want.
Here, just
yeah,
come
you
in
can
here,
talk about whatever you want.
This is the finale of this.
I am going to watch Game of Thrones. I am not, however, going to watch the new Conan.
He's going to watch it.
You are? No, I am not. It looks, it just doesn't look very good to me.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of like, the thing is, I think when we watched the first Conan, I figured maybe I had this whole thing with he's not talking because it was Arnold.
Yeah.
So my Conan, I always envisioned him based off of Arnold. So you're saying, well, Conan shouldn't talk. He should just go and cut things up and just take.
So what is this guy? Is this guy doing Shakespeare in the movie?
I don't think he's doing Shakespeare, but I'm thinking he's talking more than I imagine Conan to talk. So therefore, it probably takes it down for me a little bit, because I imagine just Conan being this big, muty guy that just walks around just going. Like just hacking things off and stuff like that, because he doesn't really talk.
He does. He gets lucky a lot, but he's still got a little bit of intelligence. Actually, he's got quite a bit of intelligence because he figures things out. But I think 90% of it's luck, and the other 10% is on the fly and brute strength.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to tell me how it is.
Yeah,
because I am just not interested.
What about this book?
All the books are a lot of fun. You've got a lot of different people, creators who come in, writers and artists, so you get different takes on Conan. 95% of them are exactly what you'd expect. Sometimes they will just do adaptations, but the books are a lot of fun. I really just wanted to talk about the movie. It's all just because it's coming I like to hate.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess let's do something special. We haven't done anything like this on here. After this video is posted, the first person to tell me the 3 things that are best in life will get a $5 gift certificate to the Mediterranean place down the way, and which is perfect because $5 is exactly what it costs for a round. So you have to tell me what is best in life. Conan fans will know what I'm talking about. All right, DC Universe. You don't play online games, do you?
I've tried, but I failed.
That's right. Actually, you played WoW with me.
I play Street Fighter online.
Well, that doesn't count. Okay. You played WoW with me for one night.
Yeah.
And it was just not. It was repetitive.
It felt very 90s to me.
It was so much fun.
I don't know.
It was kind of frustrating.
It's not like.
It's kind of frustrating when you're here. Where do I go? What am I supposed to do? Where am I?
Like, what do all these buttons do?
It's a keyboard.
I'm used to the pad where it's just like 4 buttons. It's to make it simple.
This is true, and that's why multi online games probably should never be played on a platform. Just my opinion. But DC Universe happens to be on a platform. I haven't played it, so I don't know how it is. The fans seem to like it. They say, I've heard mixed reviews, that it's fun to play because you're getting to play with the DC characters. If you're a bad guy, you get mentored by Joker or people like that. But
you can't be Batman.
No, you can't be anything like that. They've got those restricted. But they've also said that the content that they're updating, that they're paying for, is a little repetitive, because a lot of times somebody told me they'll just recycle something and put a new spin on it.
And it's completely based off of Jim Lee's whole artwork, right?
It's completely based off of Jim Lee's whole artwork. Jim Lee has been amazingly busy working on this, obviously designing costumes for the new stuff, which I hope he's been working on JLA for a while, because I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think overall, the game probably is a lot of fun. I guess you create your own character based on it, and then I think, I don't know, for me, if I can't be Batman, then I'm kind of just not into it.
So you just want to play like Arkham?
Yeah. Arkham City is where it's at. I'm totally down for that.
It's out next month, isn't it?
Yeah. Excited.
Lots of video games coming. More things to distract.